Hello my little crafty monsters, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous! So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making some cute little bag toppers. We are going to be making two designs. We're going to be making a little mermaid one. How cute is this little mermaid one? And then we're also going to be making this little unicorn one. Now, the thing is that we only use dies for the actual wording on here that we attach to our little bag toppers, and they're bag toppers. So you would basically staple these onto your little bags, and I actually use, I'm going to be using these, and so whatever plastic bags you guys are going to have, that's how you guys are going to measure the width, and you could kind of like measure the height as well, depending also on your design, whatever design you guys are going to be making. But anyway, for today we are going to be making these two cute little designs. Now, we did use a die for this little mermaid. The rest we did not. Again, the wording we did use a die, but everything else we did it with just regular cardstock. Now, I did that for a reason. I did it because this was so that if you don't have those like those bag topper dies or anything like that, you don't have to worry about that, because you really, I mean, they're cute to have, you know, and you could definitely like, how do you say, you could do a lot of things with them. However, you could also make a lot of bag toppers with just cardstock and maybe a paper trimmer. So, and then also to like a scoreboard. But if you don't have a scoreboard, that's not a deal breaker. You could always just fold the paper in half, and then you're basically just doing what the scoreboard would have done. Anywho, on this little bad boy right here, we did not use any dies for any of the little unicorn. We hand drew the little ears, and we also hand drew this little the little horn, and I also did the little eyelashes. This is all just cardstock that's ripped. It's super duper easy. We only used a die for the wording right here, and it was super easy. So the reason why I did these two little bad boys was because I wanted to show you guys that you guys could do something simple like this, and it'll still have like a really big impact. And it's kind of like, I don't know, these are kind of cute. They're not your regular little bag toppers that everybody does. It's kind of like a little thing. Anywho, so let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get down and dirty, boo-boos, and let's make these little bad boys, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters. Let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys right here. So these are the plastic bags that we are going to be using. Now, I do have several sizes. So the size of the bag will determine the size of your bag topper. So if you're going to use a smaller bag, your bag topper has to be smaller. If it's going to be bigger, then obviously it has to be bigger. So right here, I want the length of the bag topper, and right here, I'm going to go ahead and cut that down to 4 3/4. And then I want it to be about 2.5 inches tall. So then we're going to have to cut that cardstock down to 5 inches. So we're cutting this down to 5 inches by 4 3/4, sorry. And then we're going to go ahead and score it at the 5 inches at 2.5. You guys will see. And this is going to, once it's folded, it's going to be about 2.5 inches tall. And I believe that that's fairly big enough to where you can go ahead and decorate it and kind of make it a little bit cutesy for your recipient. Now right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut some different colored cardstock, because we will be using this for the unicorn. Hello. So we're going to go ahead and cut that down, and then I'm going to just cut it down to the size of, the length of the bag topper. You guys are going to see the little trick we're going to do with these. Then I'm going to actually do that to all of the bag toppers. I was going to do 3, but I'm only going to do 2, which is the mermaid and the little unicorn. So this is going to be the bag topper. I actually cut the wrong cardstock. Surprise. So we're going to go ahead and use the scales. And that one cardstock that we used, which is like that bluish kind of, I don't know what it was, but it was in my little ocean, my ocean blues. So we're going to use that as like the ocean. This is a little die that I purchased from the Alina Crafts. And
And it's basically a die that you have to kind of piece together. And so you have to cut each one of those in a different colored cardstock in order to achieve the look that you want. So right here, this is going to be the first time that we are using it. So we are going to be taking this little bad boy apart, and then we're going to go ahead and cut some cardstock with this bad boy. I'm going to do black hair. I don't know why. I just wanted her to have black hair. So we're going to go ahead and give her some black hair. And I'm cutting the black hair out of this cardstock. This is a 65-pound Recollections by Michaels. And then look at you sounding like a little commercial right here. So then right here, we're just going to go ahead and separate the little hair because there's little cuts in between, you know, just to give it that real hair kind of look. And then I decided to use this off-white, which is kind of like a cream color, to use this as her skin. So we're going to go ahead and cut her little body and her little face out of that. And then this pearlized white, we're going to go ahead and do those seashells. And then her tail, I'm going to do this little ombre polka dot one, which I think is super duper duper cute. And so once we have all our little pieces, we're going to go ahead and just put them in our little container that holds our pieces. And then we'll put her together in just a bit. You guys are going to see how cute she is. Oh, you almost forgot her crown. Can't forget her crown. Hello. So then once we put her together, oh my gosh, she's going to be so cute. You guys are going to see. So now we're going to go ahead and cut out our our glittered cardstock, and this is going to be the wording. It says dream big, and the other one says little things in life, or little something like that. Hold on. It's the little things in life. It's the little things. Oh my God, you can't even read. But anywho, so I'm cutting this out of glitter cardstock because, of course, you know, Jesse, he always likes the little glitter. It just makes everything just like, bam, hello, I'm right here. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. So I'm going to cut these out of the glittered cardstock, and I'm also going to cut it out of some thick white cardstock because I'm going to go ahead and glue these to the back of the glitter paper just to make them a little bit more thicker and just to make them a little bit more sturdier. You guys will see. It's pretty easy. I mean, you've seen a lot of crafters do this, so it is not a surprise. Then we're going to go ahead and put her away, our little die cut machine, and we're going to go ahead and start gluing these because we want them to start drying by the time that it's time to glue these little bad boys onto our project. I'm just adding glue onto the white, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the glittered one on top of that. Just make sure that you center it really good so you can't see it, and that made it just thicker and nicer. I like it. You could go another die cut. You could do 2 of them just to make it even thicker if you'd like. Make it kind of like a little thin chipboard, but I felt that this was enough to give it the strength that we were looking for. So now let's put this little bad girl together. We're going to go ahead and glue her little tail. This is really easy, guys. I mean, if you look at all the pieces, it's just pretty self-explanatory. And I think that this little die is really, really cute. Now, I don't know if you could pick it up, but on her little face, she has her little eyes cut in her little mouth. It's like the little slits where she's like kind of with her little eyes closed and a little bit of eyelashes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and emphasize that with a black marker. And so you glue it onto the little hair, which the hair kind of serves as like a little support for the whole body. And then that other little piece of hair goes on the very top. So it just gives it that like dimensional look. How cute is that, right? So now we're going to go ahead and just add the little seashells, which is her top of her little outfit. And she is completely done. So we're going to go ahead and just let her dry up. Oh, we almost forgot the crown again. Hello. So then we're going to go ahead and just let her dry, and then we'll start putting all of our little bag toppers together. We're going to go ahead and start drawing the little ears for our little unicorn, and we're going to go ahead and rip some paper. It's going to be fun. You guys are going to see. So we're going to go ahead and score everything, the bag toppers, at 2.5, and that'll just be half of the paper. I actually scored the wrong side. You guys have to be really careful because there is a 4 3/4 side and then there's a 5-inch side. So you want to score it on the 5-inch side, which, you know, you score it at 2.5. So I had to recut another white piece because I told you I scored it on the wrong side of the cut. So anyway, now that we have our little bag toppers, this is where I was going to make a third, but I didn't get any of the fairy stuff out. It was going to be a fairy, but it didn't work. So anyway, now we have these little kind of like ruler looking things. These are from We Are Memory Keepers, and these are intended to tear your paper, to tear your paper, and oh my god, they work so amazing. I love it. So it comes with this little wetting marker, so you just wet the paper because obviously you're softening. You're softening. Oh my god, Jesse, is that even a word? Yes, it is. Don't judge me. So you're making the paper soft and breaking down the fibers, so then it's easier to tear, and then it actually does that little design. Each one of those rulers has, each side of those rulers has a different cut. And there's 3 rulers, so there's about 6 different designs, which I think is really, really cute. And so you just go ahead and measure it. I like to measure it with one on top of the other so I know exactly how much I'm going to tear. I know you guys can't tell, but in the very bottom of that paper, I have it to where I could still see the paper underneath it. So this is how I know where to tear it, if you guys are wondering. So right here, this is the last one. See, you just wet the paper and then you tear against the ruler. And it is brilliant. I love it. I'm so glad. So I found these at Tuesday morning, guys, and I think that they were about $6. So go ahead and just glue all of your pieces together. I'm going to glue it on the very top. I want some of that white to peep out on the bottom. That is why I cut it that way. And then you're just going to go ahead and start layering all of your papers. This is going to be like super duper easy, guys. And it is so cute because, you see all the different papers and... Oh, sorry. I almost knocked my microphone down. So you just layer everything together, and it just gives it that really cute tear effect, but you have that, different colors, kind of like a little rainbowish in a way. And then right here, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and draw the little ears, and I'm going to fold it to where I could just cut 2 at one time, so I don't have to redraw 2 of them. Well, actually I'm cutting 3 of them because this third one I'm going to cut it down even smaller, and then that's going to be the center of the ear. That's how we're doing that one. So now the third one, I'm just going to cut around it about 1/4 of an inch, just so it's smaller. And then that one, we're going to cut it out of a different color cardstock. And then you can go ahead and just glue those little bad boys together. So right here, I'm just going to fold it in half and then just cut it out so that we have 2 of the little bad boys coming out at one time. Just make it a lot easier, guys. And you don't have to have a little die for this. You don't have to have a little paper punch or anything like that. We all know how to draw a little ear of a cat or a little, or a little unicorn or horse. It's super easy, guys. You don't need to be a little artist. So don't give me that, little crafty monsters. That's what I hear all the time, but it's because I'm not an artist. Like, no, boo-boo, yes you are. Yes you are. So right here I wanted the little horn to be about like 2 inches, 2.5 inches, I guess. And right here I'm just attempting to draw. Now I'm not going to cut this exactly how I'm drawing it. I'm going to, once I start cutting it, I'm going to go ahead and just, more or less kind of eyeball it. And so right here we just drew our little horn, and the good thing is that you're not going to see this drawing in the back. You're only going to see the front. And in order to give it those grooves that the unicorn's horns have, because it spirals down, we're going to go ahead and use our little scoring tool to make those little indentions, and it just gives it that look. Gives the look, mama. And then we just glue that little bad boy on. See how it's all coming together, guys? Y'all could see it. I know you could. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did to that unicorn topper. We're going to go ahead and tear this paper, but on this one we're going to use a ruler that kind of looks like the ocean. It's more of a little wavy line. So I just thought it kind of looked like the little waves of the ocean, kind of when they're calmed down. So we're going to use this, and I was going to ink the edges, but then I said, nah, we're not going to ink the edges. And so we decided not to ink them. And we're going to go ahead and do a 2-layer effect because we're going to make that little mermaid kind of make her look like she's coming out from behind the next wave. Well, that wave. Sorry about that. Somebody's throwing some fireworks out there because, you know, it's still 4th of July in August. Anywho, so go ahead and just layer your little water down. These are the little waves. And then you're almost going to be done because then all you have to do is just put everything together. It is so cute. I know. I was going to use the third, but I said nah. See, now the little mermaid looks like she's coming out from behind that little wave, and then we're going to go ahead and add our little sentiment in the very top. I think that sentiment is super duper cute. Then we're going to go ahead and glue her. And we're almost done with this little bad boy. Almost done. Or the little bad girl. She's a little bad girl. Yes, she is. So now for the unicorn, we're going to go ahead and glue everything into place the way I want it to look. I'm going to kind of center it in the middle. Now, the ear of the little unicorn, he's going to kind of be right in front of one of those, I think it's the T on that sentiment. But that's okay because, I mean, people still get the gist of what it says. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange this little wording on the very top. I don't know. I really like how this is looking. It looks very, very cute. I like it. So then we're going to what were you going to say? Oh my God, Jesse. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and get our little paper roses and we're going to choose 4 different colors because it is the colors of the rainbow. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm choosing 4 of these little bad boys. And then I'm going to hot glue these on there. This is kind of, you guys already know where this little unicorn kind of looks like. There's so many of, you know, of the little unicorns made like this with the flowers and just the little ears and the horn and then the eyelashes. I mean, they're so easy. And I thought it would be really, really cute to do this for a little bag topper. So that's what we're doing right here, my little boo-boos. Now, I was going to try to figure out how I'm going to do the eyelashes. Oh my Lord. I was like trying to brainstorm it, and I really just couldn't do it. I was going to use this eyelash yarn, but then I said, no, it's way too long. And how would I even shape it to make it look like the little eyes? I don't have time for that, boo-boo. Then I decided to cut it out of this cardstock, and that was a complete epic fail. I was going to do it on my Cricut, but then I was like, you know what? No. There has to be a die out there for future of little eyelashes. And if there isn't, somebody needs to design one. Because trying to make eyelashes it's kind of hard. Especially for like my little, oh look, there's my baby. He was on my lap, but he decided to try to help me scratch out these little eyelashes. That little crazy man. But anyway, so this is not really working out, and I really was trying to make them look as much as I possibly can like real eyelashes. I was curling them and all that good stuff, but it just did not work out. So I said, Jesse, put that aside because I was getting a little frustrated. Sometimes when you get frustrated, guys, because you can't figure out what to do, put it aside and work on the next little project and let your brain just kind of take a break from that, and then you can go ahead and come back to it later. Trust me, it'll work out good. So right here I'm just emphasizing on her little eyes because we want it to really look like her little eye and some eyelashes. Super duper cute. Then we're going to go ahead and use some stickles. I'm using this turquoise, and I'm going to go ahead and emphasize the edges of this waves. This is why I didn't end up inking it anyway, because I wanted to add this kind of a little sparkle. You need a little bit of sparkle when you're trying to mimic the ocean, because the ocean is sparkly from either the light of the moon or the light of the sun. So Hello. Now we're going to go ahead and just add some little stickles inside the little holes where her crown is, just to make them look like if there were little jewels. I could have used them in a different color, but Jessie didn't think about that. Right here I'm just doing the scales, just the scales. I'm not even going all around her whole little tail. It's just the scales that I was emphasizing with that glitter. And I really like how this looks, so I think I'm done with her. Now for these little bad boys right here, I'm gonna end up just drawing the eyes. I just said, you know what, just draw it, Jessie. Everything's already drawn. You draw the little horn and you drew the little ears, and you just draw the eyes. So just find something that you're going to just use to draw kind of like a little half circle. And I use this little, use what you got, boo-boo, use what you got. So this was off that little ruler, you know, the one that tears the stuff. So I just ended up using that. And then, I mean, everybody knows how to add little eyelashes. And we just called it a day. But we're going to add some stickles on these little papers too. I'm gonna go ahead and use it on every other paper. And I did want to leave that white at the bottom because we're also going to emphasize that white too. Just watch, it's gonna look super duper cute. So right here, this is the 2. How cute are these, right? See, Jessie thought he was done, but he was like, oh no, no, no. I kind of like touched that one, so I effed it all up. Be careful when you're doing this, guys, because the stickles does take a little bit to dry, so it will stay wet for a while. And I'm just doing the red, I'm doing the yellow, and I'm going to do the white. I'm not going to do every single color, just every other color I thought was cute. And the white, how cute is that, right? And that's it, guys.
Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. Yeah, yeah, boo-boos. So, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys right here. See, you could definitely make some really super duper adorable little bag toppers for any kind of occasion. Maybe it's for a birthday and you want to package a little gift that you guys made or bought and package it really cute, very professional. You could go ahead and do it like this. And it's also perfect for those swaps. If you guys are if you guys are going to, Jessie, what is wrong with you, mijo? If you're going to package your embellishments, you can make some little toppers like this. I think they're super duper adorable. I'm pretty sure that whoever you send these to, they're not going to toss this. They're going to really save this. I don't know for what. I mean, some people just hoard paper, but I'm not going to mention no names, Jessie, but they are super duper cute. And I hope that inspires you guys to go ahead and make some cute little bag toppers of your own. And if you guys do, go ahead and share with us on our Facebook, Paper to Masterpiece. And you could also share with us on our Instagram, Paper to Masterpiece, because we would definitely love to see your guys' creations. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little icon. It's a picture of moi. You guys, hello. And then we become BFFFFs because BFs is good, but BFFs is better. And you guys definitely want to be my BFFF because I'll be coming up with some really cute stuff sometimes. I even surprise myself. You know, I'm like, damn, boo. How'd you do that? It's a one-time deal, boo. It's a one-time deal. So, anywho, go ahead and like the video. Also, hit the little bell icon because you guys don't want to miss out on future tutorials. You guys want to be up to date with them. And also share and like and tell a friend. Hello. Hello. Tell your friends because don't be trying to be greedy up in here, boo-boos. Don't be greedy. Y'all need to share. Share, boo-boo. So tell your friends about these videos. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time, goodbye.